It's about time for some pirate action. Ya bilge rat. Pirates on the NES! What we want done! Couldn't want anything done more. It's absolutely just frickin' fantastic. Easily in my top 25 games of all time. Welcome to Pirates! Return with us to the golden age of buccaneering on the Spanish Main. Do ye wish to start a new career? Of course we do. And thank God. Running this through an EverDrive will actually have some save action. My save battery on my old cartridge died, and I just can't get rid of the old thing. It's complete in box, and it's my Pirates. Yes, there's many others like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, let's do the new colonists. That might be interesting. Can't remember which one I usually do. We are going to be an English adventurer. We are joined on deck by cool as Robert Payne. Welcome RP to our first day of our pirate stream. Sid Meier's Pirates on the NES. They didn't call it Sid Meier's, but it's Sid Meier's Pirates. If you played any of the PC versions, this is how it went. Apprentice, Journeyman, will start out easy. And always choose skill at fencing. No matter what you have going on, you can always turn the tide of battle by simply out-sword fighting your opponent at the moment. Years ago, your family was poor and starving. Your future lay in the new world. This is so fantastic. Hard labor on a sugar plantation. We're leading a sturdy band in a sneak attack on a small ship riding at anchor. So this, you know, the whole game comes down to skill at fencing. I've taken out actual entire cities simply by being able to win a sword fight with the enemy captain. You sail to a friendly port nearby. It's time to start some fame and fortune on the Spanish Main. So there's always news going on about what's going on in the neighboring towns, the treasure fleet, where you might find some stuff. We are joined by El Caxi 1971. Ahoy, matey. Welcome aboard. We are also joined by O'Brien's Retro Rewind. We are welcome to day one of Emceemur's Piratey Adventures. So we're in Barbados. We are going to visit a tavern because we need to recruit some men. The music in this is so tight. Look! It's that promising sea dog, Mr. Meier! Sign him up, baby. They're gonna be cannon fodder, but sign him up. Alright, leave town. Sailing! Oh, and we've already got a sail ho. We didn't get very far. She's flying English colors. Now, we could be pirates and just take everybody out. But we're going to observe that they're on our side, and we're going to keep rolling. We're joined by Uncle Strange, just in time for a sail-ho on NES Pirates. It's the same ship. You bother me again, I'm going to close for battle. Don't think I won't. This is so great. Pirates Week has been a long time coming, and yes, this is somewhat centered around the release of Sea of Thieves this week, which is something I've been looking very much forward to. But you can keep it if it means I don't get to play my pirate stuff anymore. Pirates is where it's at for me. There's lots of Pirates games, but Sid Meier's Pirates is my favorite. Now, that's not all we're going to look at this week. There's other games other than Sid Meier's Pirates. There just happens to be a lot of versions of Sid Meier's Pirates. And it's important to look at those because the game has really, really evolved. So if you're new to the stream, if you're just joining us, if you're new to the Emceemur show, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit that like button. We're going to be having piratey action all frickin' week long. It is also important to know that you can support the Emceemur show now. The link is in the description of this video. Boy, these are some empty waters. You always want to keep going with the wind. You don't always have that choice, but God, the ships go slow if you can't. Man, I thought we'd have hit something by now. Land ho! We're probably not cool with the Spanish, but we're going to sneak into town and visit with the governor. My dear Mr. Meier, we are at war with the English. That would be us. Over a delicious dinner, the governor offers you a Spanish letter of marque for 800 pieces of gold. I don't even think we have that. But thanks for the offer. Nothing going on in that tavern. Trade with a merchant. No, we do have some gold. We'll stock up on some food, because we're just not finding anything. But we are in Spanish waters. Uh-huh. It's on. Coming for you. They will be gruesomely outmatched. They're running, though. We probably aren't going to catch them. That pinnace is a lot faster than our boat. You turd. They're running for the hills, buddy. Sometimes in these battles, you just have to cut your losses. If you can't catch them, you got to let them run. Eventually, you run up on a war galleon that's nowhere near as fast as you are, and you get them. Although it seems like we're gaining on them. I think the wind's in our favor here. We are joined by Roaming Dan. Welcome, Roaming Dan, to our piratey stream, day 1 of Pirate Week on the Emceemur show. We're catching them. I'm going to allow this. Have some of me pirate water. Oh, they've surrendered. They knew they were going to get their ass whooped. Yep, send a prize crew. We're going to jack their food, crops, goods, cannons, and 8 sailors wish to join our crew. Alright, well that wasn't the most profitable take I've ever seen, but here's another one. A merchantman. Now this is what you want. Oh yeah, baby. We are going to take the bark. The one with bite. They're firing. We don't really want to go toe-to-toe with the cannons. Really, we don't even want to damage that ship, because if we can get that boat, then we're talking about some serious cargo space. So we're going to close in on them. And we are going to take out the enemy captain with our sword. A long sword, because I'm a barbarian by nature, but let's take him out. Down below you can see their disposition, which has a lot to do with, I mean, the amount of men and their morale has everything to do with how much energy the enemy actually still has when you're fighting him. As long as you can put that captain down, the other stuff's just details. We've captured an 8-gun merchantman of 100 tons. We have space for 33 tons in the hold. Send a prize crew. We need a big ship. Not necessarily for combat, but to hold all the loot that we're going to be getting. Because when we get back to England, we're going to have to get all that stuff and make some money. Yeah, we've got room for 19 more. Want to build up your sailors, because eventually when you want to take on actual cities, which is where the real money is, that has everything to do with your morale and your energy levels at that point. We may hang around here, because if we can get enough pirates recruited here, we can probably take one of these cities on and really stash some loot. And every once in a while, if luck of the draw, they may get their gold hidden away because they get warning that you're coming. But if they don't, well, you can fill your ships up. It be gold we're after! So that one's going to be fast, and that's okay. We could still close for battle. But we probably want to take them on with the our pinnace so that we can match them in speed. They almost got us, dadgummit. They're at a bad angle to fire. But they can get away. I can see where this game may not be approachable for everybody. I can see where this game isn't for everybody. But I grew up playing this game. And this is a game that you have to be patient with. Because at the time that you end the game, you throw in the towel, it's over, then you hear the rest of your pirate's story. Where he settles, what he becomes, what his rank is, and all that based on how good you've done your service to whatever country you're working for. And how much money you've acquired. And that's how you get the high score in this game. But it's an RPG in every sense of the word, and it's strange in that. Because an RPG, you wouldn't necessarily just pick when it ends. But you actually do in this. We can stop right now. And we'll probably be a poor serf. You know, working on a plantation or something. Instead of a royal captain or somebody with a high status, you know. Will marry, you'll have a family, you have all that stuff. Yeah, Sid Meier's Pirates is the jam. I started playing this version on an old Macintosh, I guess in the late 80s. And this is pretty much that version. I guess it was just ported to NES in '91. It's pretty much the same game. "90 soldiers. A lot of gold. Let's trade with a merchant. We can probably just sell the bark for money. The merchantman is where we'll hold everything, and our pinnace can close for battle quickly. We'll sell off some goods, crops. We'll keep our cannons, but we're making some money. Visit the tavern. Our heroic engagement of the Spanish pinnace. Be careful how you say that. We are joined by the new Loot Gamer. Welcome to our piratey stream. Who asks, why do I look like that guy from Pirates of the Caribbean? Not to answer your question with a question, but why not, me hearty? It's Pirate Week on the Emceemur show. Jack Murrow. That's it. Alright, so we're going to leave town. We've kind of spied. We know what they have. 90 soldiers. And you can attack towns on foot. I want to attack the smaller of the two. Let's close for battle. You hope that you can catch the wind in your sails going right at them and that, you know, there's no escape. But boy, they're heading for the hills. They know when they're outmatched. I mean, the the CPU in this game isn't really dumb. It knows what it's doing. We are joined by the Gamer Jeff. Welcome, TGJ, to day one of Pirate Week on the Emceemur show. We're going to have to let this ship get away because they're running. They're chicken. Hey, if you're new to the Emceemur show, make sure that you smang that like button and subscribe. Especially this week with all the pirate action coming your way. We're going to attack the town. Ooh, it's a risk. We got to take the merchantmen because we got to have enough men to take them on. But then that also makes us slow in the cannons. Ooh, God, look at all the reef. Oh, no, this is not good. No. We can't navigate that. If you get caught up in any of that shallow, any of that reef, you risk sinking the ship. And as slow as it's got to go, we're very vulnerable to the fort's cannons. That could sink us too, so. Now that we've seen the layout, I think better of it. We are driven back. Yeah, Sea of Thieves is going to be tomorrow. We will definitely be streaming that live here. Can't wait to do that. Hilarious game. I mean, God, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. I was playing with Dat Game Collector the other day on his channel, and, you know, during the beta, and it was a scream. I was just crying, laughing. I'm not a troll, but the game almost makes you troll people. And you're going to get trolled, so you might as well have some fun with it. But yeah, so cool. Such a cool game. And I've been waiting for it since long before they announced what the game actually ended up being, which is an MMO, and I'm not really okay with that. Oh, we got him now. Look at this. The two ships crash together and boarding parties leap over into the rails. Well, let's go with a cutlass this time. You know, I've never known that it really makes any difference. I really wanted an open world pirate game that had good single player, and you know, these games can do that. If anything, you know, Defiance has shown us that an MMO can have a very entertaining campaign in which you can kind of just block everybody else out that's around you and it still be fun. I don't know any other MMOs that actually fluidly pull that off. But then they went announcing that this was an MMO, and maybe they always thought it was going to be. It just didn't feel that way. I mean, that's not how it was marketed to me, anyway. Not initially. We're going to go attack this other town here. Yes, Dan, it does. It does. No doubt. I almost forgot about that one. Need to get some news on that, some intel. We need more pirate games in our lives, man. Assassin's Creed Black Flag was great, but I was talking with Kane Deathbreaker about this, you know, in the thread about the, you know, the teaser leading up to this week. How, you know, if you could get a Bethesda-made Oblivion-style frickin' pirate game, how amazing that would be, and it would. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag is the closest thing we've come to that, and it only exists within the confines of an Assassin's Creed game. So that's not a problem. It just can't do everything we want it to do in that regard, in an Elder Scrolls way. It does what it does very well, and it is truly a masterpiece. I wouldn't argue that at all. But yeah, we're due, and I thought that even in its cartoony, rareware-ish nature, Sea of Thieves was going to provide something similar to that for us. But at an MMO, unfortunately, I mean, if you read anything about the beta, it was just a troll fest. You can't put everything in the hands of an online community, because online communities, by nature, stink. They're made up of trolls, hackers, cheaters, people that just hide out in their mom's basement until they're 90 and eat SpaghettiOs and, you know, have zero life and just, I mean, God, just the dregs of freaking humanity. You can't have a good experience with that 100% of the time unless you want to be married to the game as big as they are. Most people can't commit to that, and it shouldn't be necessary for the game to be enjoyable. And again, games like Defiance, I always roll back to that one, are not, because it just wasn't set up that way. It can exist that way. We are joined by, speaking of which, by Kane Deathbreaker. Welcome to our day one stream, Pirate Week NES Pirates. Getting quite a collection of these ships. We have 3 pinnaces. Yeah. Attack them. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, this is it. Now, it's going to be a slow go getting down there. We're going to have to juke. But we got a clear shot at getting to the fort. Now, you can attack the fort, too. Curve it around. You got to kind of fake their bullets out. And that gets harder to do when you get in close. He's probably going to get us to that one. Damn. You can repair your ships, too, when you get into some of the towns. But you want to close for battle and take on the enemy commander. And we're going to do it with a longsword. He's got more men than us. I'm not scared. Okay, I'm a little scared. This is actually not recommended this early on in the game, but if we can do it, the world is ours. Our men are wild, but his men are panicking. And we won. Urgh! Yeah, bilge rat. The once proud town of Santa Marta is at your mercy as the remainder of the garrison flees. Your crew begins to round up gold and valuables. See, that's what I talked about. The town has had warning of your ship's approach. Most of their gold has been hidden away. So, we did get a little bit of action there. We got food, which you gotta have. Because your crew can get upset. Eventually, you got to divide up the plunder and let them go have a night out. Spank some wenches and go into the taverns and do all that. Alright, so we have 3 tons left in the hold. We're getting pretty full. We probably want to head back and get our ship repaired. Sell some things. Yes, Gamer Jeff, you do want to play this game now. I don't think it's that expensive. I haven't priced it in a long time because I've always had it, but yeah, great freaking game. And really any version of Pirates is. Now, Pirates Gold on the Genesis, which we will also be looking at this week, is a little pricier. It's a rare game. But I have it, and I have Pirates Gold on a vintage piece of IBM software that I can run off a DOS box. It's really cool. Got that original complete in the box. Sid Meier's Pirates was also made for the original Xbox, and there's a version for the Wii that I haven't played, and I almost picked it up one day. I saw it in a GameStop complete, but it was too expensive for my taste. Oh, now this is cool. We found a pirate. But basically, long story short, there's not a wrong way to play Pirates. If you can find a game of Pirates out there, play it. In fact, I think you can download Sid Meier's Pirates in the Xbox Marketplace still, because it is backwards compatible on the One, and that's important to know. We'll be taking a look at that later on this week as well. Arrgh, it's that promising hunter, Count Quevedo. He's chasing us, Captain. We're going to kick his ass. And we'll do it with a pinnace, because we ain't scared. We're going to close quickly. I'm going to put my longsword up his butt. Careful how you say that. Alright, here we go. He has twice the men we do. This could end badly. I am not scared. You just got to make sure you're landing more hits than he is. And that seems pretty simple. Back off, dude. And again, your men are fighting all the while too, and that's kind of a simulation, but it has everything to do with how you perform in this battle and your morale and all that stuff. It all ties into this. So it's really important that you win these sword fights. It's the whole thing. So we lost a lot of men on that. But we got a war galleon out of the deal. I have information which may be of value to you, Count Quevedo says. I will be quite happy to enlighten you in exchange for my freedom. No, we'll find treasure on our own. We're gonna hold you for ransom, Smelly. Look at all this loot, look at all this food. We don't need all that, so some of that can be sold for gold. And look at all the cannons. We are joined by Nostalgia. Welcome, SNES. And we haven't got scurvy yet. No. We all had some fruit with breakfast this morning. Look at all them sailors. I don't think we need that many. No, I don't need that many. That's too much to divide the plunder amongst. We're winning this on my sword fights alone. New Loot Gamer, thanks for dropping by, buddy. Always nice to have you in the stream. Nice to have all of you joining us on this wild piratey Monday. We've got a bit of a sail back to English waters, we do. Sailing against the wind. Uncle Strange says that the only Sony product this was ported to was PSP, apparently. I'm going to tell you, this would be a hell of a game to have on the PSP. It really would. It's that cowardly hunter, Colonel Mendoza. Mendoza! We'll take him on. We'll take the War Galleon. Why not? Let's take it out for a spin. It'll be slow as I don't know what. Man, it's slow. But he's in one too. Try to catch a little wind going this way here. We're gonna fight. You're going down, Mendoza. Got a lot less men than he does, and, you know, in hindsight, we could have taken those pirates from the last deal, and it might have helped us here. But again, you know, when you divide up the plunder, your men are not going to just automatically be happy. If they don't get what they feel is a fair portion, and you're going to get a captain's portion, then, you know, they're going to be pissed off, and that does not help your ranking. Yeah, I would think it's a buyer's market on Xboxes right now. I mean, Microsoft is losing the race. And it's only because of exclusives. And I don't even understand why that's a huge deal. I love my Xbox One. I have a lot of great games for it. That being said, though, I play the PS4 a lot more and have a lot more games on it. So, we want a War Galleon, that's for sure. And we're going to hold Mendoza for ransom. The problem with holding pirates for ransom is that's not permanent. Sometimes they can escape. And that's just kind of a random occurrence if it does happen. We're definitely ready to get back to town now and sell some things to some merchants. We're going to clean some merchants out of money. No, that's too many men. Keeping in mind we're about to divide up the plunder for the first time, we don't want more to split the amount up between. Plus we'll have happy people coming back for our next round. Because every time you divide up the plunder, you get to consider retirement. And obviously this early in the game you wouldn't want to do that, because your retirement wouldn't have a happy ending. Because you haven't done much. You haven't got enough money to live off of indefinitely. Gotta love those 8-bit ocean sounds. Be there any more pirates in these waters? We've already got 2 prisoners. It's off the hook. So most of our pirate streams are going to be mid-afternoon. We're still going to keep with our Tuesday night live stream this week at our standard time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be looking at Sea of Thieves Day 1. There also is rumored to be a secondary Day 1 live stream. Not a pirate game. Just a hidden... possible hidden gem. So possible doubleheader tomorrow night. Be ready for that. Not sure when the double part will come in, because TNL is going to be Sea of Thieves, and that could run long. Hail for news. You can also get information from your fellow sailors out there and find out what's going on in the area. Not all of it's relevant, but sometimes you can find clues as to where there could be treasure or where the treasure fleet is located. So that's interesting. But yeah, a lot going on tomorrow. A lot going on all week right here on the Emceemur Show. Again, keep in mind if you would like to support the Emceemur Show, that is possible in the Streamlabs link in the description of this video. We're making some huge advancements this year. The Emceemur Show is fixing to blow up. And honestly, I never figured it would get anywhere near this far, but since it has, here we go. You want to go on the journey? I'm going to take you on the journey. Alright, we're at the edge of the map here, boys and girls. I must have went too far. Well, we should be in English water, so that's fine. We're going to have to go to multiple villages to sell everything off. Yeah, and you got to keep in mind, there's a lot of great there's a lot of great content creators right here in the comments. If any of you guys haven't checked out some of you other guys in here, check each other out. Not a sub for sub thing. You're going to get something out of it. So let me tell you, everybody in here is doing some cool stuff in their own regard. Stuff you wouldn't want to miss out on. We're still in Spanish waters. Trinidad. We don't got no business in Trinidad. Let's see what we have. We don't have any maps. We need to get back to Barbados. You can look at your ship's log. It tells you everything that you've done. Gamer Jeff says, if I'm able to check Twitter during my stream, he has a cool idea. Well, I probably can do that, because we've got a little bit more sailing to do. I see you've alerted everybody to the premise of Pirate Week happening at 4 o'clock, so good looks there. I appreciate that. And it looks like you got something going on with 3 underrated games. I always like to hear about that. Because there are some. I know that's a broad statement, but man, sometimes they're ones that, you know, I was like, man, I didn't know that existed. I did a stream of Arcus Odyssey on the Sega Genesis probably over a year ago, and there was 17 views on it. Great. But if any of those people hadn't played that and then they got to, good for them. Yeah, and anything that y'all want to do in themes of pirates this week to go along on this voyage with me, hit it up, dude. Be your best pirate this week on your channel. Have fun with it. I urge everybody to get involved with this. And, you know, I'll support and put anything like that out that I can as far as, you know, helping you get the word out. I'll be in the streams. I'll check it out. Would love to. Love to have some extra pirates on this voyage. Alright, so we're in English waters. We just got to find some land. Land ho! Alright, we should be where we need to be. Yep, Roaming Dan will be starting tonight, doing some streaming from 7 to 9. Some Witcher 3. Man, I got to get back on Witcher. I have not finished the DLC, and there's no excuse for that. We've been playing a lot of different games around here, not all of which have been good, just for the sake of review purposes, but man, we got great games that are sitting on the shelf, and that's a crime against humanity. San Juan. We're still in Spanish waters. I'll tell you what, man, if we go into another town and it's not an English town, we're attacking it. They're running for the hills, buddy. Run to the hills. Run for your life. They're running for it. We're not going to catch them. Throw a little maiden in there. Hey, Unc, thanks for throwing a little bit of donation action in there. You are the man with the master plan. Thank you, sir, for supporting and continuing to be the best part of the Emceemur show. Most of you already know Uncle Strange does daily live streams, in most cases from 2 to 4. Always a fun place to hang out. Hey, O'Brien, I dig it, man. You got to do what you do. I'm with you, but thank you so much for stopping by the stream. You got some great stuff going on your channel as well, and I'm urging everybody to check that out. Love your format. You definitely know what you're doing. Really like your pickup vids. Hope to see you again in future live streams. We're still in Spanish waters. Man, if that was a Spanish one, we would take that on. So this will be a Spanish town. Attack it. We're just going straight in. No ships? No, I guess because we're already there. We don't have to sail up to it. Or I know what it was. We hit land. We got out. That all happened in a split second there. So my men actually approached it. And that took like 10 seconds. The local governor flees at the sight of your victorious mob. You may now install a new governor. We now have an English governor. In La Vega. What we desire done. That is just fantastic. And it looks like somebody else just donated to the Emceemur show. I'm missing my notifications here because of my setup, and of course we're improving that, but it didn't show me who donated that, so shout yourself out in the comments so I can thank you properly, but that's awesome. You are continuing to be the best part of the Emceemur show. I don't know that we're at war with the French or not. Now that we have an English governor here. We're at war with the Spanish and the Dutch, I'm pretty sure, but until we can confirm that, I don't want to attack. That's awesome that we actually took over a frickin' city. Let's go on in. Struggling. We can't visit with the governor because maybe we are the governor? I don't know. We can sell off one of these war galleons. Yeah, you know, donating, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to, but it's greatly appreciated if you do. We've got some big advancements to make here this year. Expensive advancements. And God knows, I've definitely anteed up a lot over the last year or two. And never expected a return on investment, but you know, it just helps the channel, helps everybody get bigger. Roaming Dan said that was from Kane Deathbreaker. And you know, let's talk about Kane Deathbreaker. He took a little break from YouTube for a while. But he is a bearded Viking that can put down beer with the best of them. And I am just so grateful that he is back. And Kane, thank you, sir, for being the best part of the Emceemur show. El Caxi said he's going below the decks. El Caxi, always great to have you in the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. And you know what? We got pirate action all week. This merchant has no money. And I just sold a ship, and I guess I didn't think that out. Because we can't... Oh my god, we're going to lose 158 tons of stuff. Alright. Trade with a merchant. No, I don't want to sell a ship. I want my ship back. Well, that sucks. We're actually going to have to jettison the load here, and since food is the cheapest, I guess that's what we're going to lose. Dadgummit. That was a rookie pirate mistake. See, this game's not intelligent enough to warn you of stuff like that, too, so... We have to find somewhere to offload some of this loot. Have we been joined by Back in the Day Gamer? Is that a thing? Nightbot thinks it's moderating here. That's not its job. But hey, I still got to tweak some of the settings on here, so bear with me. Growing pains, but you know, to get to that size, it takes a lot of effort, man. Back in the Day Gamer, the man with the custom Pac-Man blazer. Totally enjoyed your frickin' Double Dragon playthrough, dude. Whatever that was you were drinking looked tasty, too. Alright, we're in French waters. Investigate. Sail away. Struggling. Oh, I love the music. God, it takes me back. No, you can't come with us. Trade with a merchant. No, we already made that mistake once. God, they ain't got nothing. We're gonna have to do business with somebody. It doesn't really matter where we do it either. We just need to find a town that has some gold. Even the enemies will do business with you in some cases if you can get into town. Again, you don't want to sail through the reef because you can damage your ships. Even if you barely touch the edge of it, you could sink one. And if you sink your only ship, it's not game over, but you end up going into servitude again, working on a plantation for 10 more years, and again, totally does not help your rep. I bet you I have a map for this game put up in my... I can't remember if it came with one or not. Finally back in English waters. Sail into that harbor. They're struggling to. Trade with a merchant. No thank you. I can't visit the governor. Now let's find a bigger one. Continue voyage. We don't have time to fart around with ships right now. When you see only one little house icon there, you can assume it's a small establishment. Don't want to divide up the... See, Count Cavedo jumps overboard and escapes. That sucks. So we won't be getting any money for him. We've still got that other butthole. Count Pusin Facets. No time for farting around, matey. We gotta find us a big, big city that can see to our needs. When we go to Disney World every year, I always think about this game when we ride Pirates of the Caribbean. Arr! Goblin 215 is at work. Well, I'm glad you could stop by, dude. You knew that the pirate jam was going on. Goblin does some really fantastic live streams on his channel. Great, great layout. Good stuff. Urge you to check it out if you have not already. I don't want your stuff. I want to sell you my stuff. Now, everything's procedurally generated as far as where the treasure fleet and where the treasures are actually hidden. You can get treasure maps in this game. And, you know, it'll just be a piece of a map. It'll show you, you're going to have to be really familiar with the areas of the game. You'll have to know in your mind where that screenshot is in the game and then go back and find it. It takes 10 days worth of digging to search for the treasure, too. So, you got to plan out your timing and your food and everything accordingly with your men. Are we joined by Gen X grown-up? Avast! Welcome to day 1 of Pirate Week. Methinks we already went here. And then we sailed up from there, didn't we? Yeah. Where be all the good towns? We're in English waters, but I don't know the way back to Barbados. I think I do have the map for this, but it's put up in the box. Again, my pirate's copy is complete. Oh, we don't want to sail through that mess. Dadgummit, we're boxed in. We're joined by Lucky Collector and Switchcraft. Welcome, me hearties, to day 1 of Pirate Week on the Emceemur Show. If you're just joining us, make sure you smang that like button. Let's get these vids promoted. Let's make sure the rest of YouTube is down with pirating. They won't be, but let's try. So if I give him a pinnace, will he have some gold? And no, he still doesn't. So we are going to trade with the merchant again. We're going to sell off the war galleon. Because we're getting close to the end of our time frame here. I would like to divide up the plunder. I want to show you what happens when you do that, for those of you that aren't... Yeah, no game copy tutorials, the other kind of pirate. I want to show you what happens when you divide up the plunder. It's not something you can take lightly. Amid great anticipation, the plunder is counted and divided. Each crew member's share comes to 180 gold pieces. Most of the crew feels quite unhappy with their portion. See, you got to wait long enough to where if you have enough stuff. As captain, I get 2 officers' portions totaling 1190 gold pieces. The crew swaggers off to squander their hard-won gold and enjoy themselves in the local town. Do you plan another expedition? Retire from privateering? Or advance to journeyman level? And of course, we've got to see what happens when you retire. Are you sure you want to end the game? You make your own ending in this game. It's important to note. And you have to make sure you do it at a time that you're going to get a good ending. Now, I will not get one, but here's an example of one. The further adventures of the Pirate Meier. Your exploits on the high seas leave you with a reputation as a competent and active captain. You accumulated the sum of 1390 gold pieces and 0 acres of land during your career, making you a penniless pauper. So you gotta upgrade in the ranks with the governors too and eventually acquire land. You failed to achieve a rank, making you an undistinguished member of your community. Well, I'm used to that. You retired from privateering at the age of 25. You were unable to find a bride. In the course of your travels, you become a contented and cheerful man. Your pirating days are at an end. As a result of your seafaring exploits, you become a farmhand. 3 out of 100 pirate points. But you know what? I'm not a rogue, scoundrel, pauper, or a beggar. So there's that. But I'm definitely no king's advisor. Hell, I couldn't even afford a shirt. Cut a couple holes in that burlap sack I'm holding, we may be in business. We're joined by CM Retro Gaming. Welcome, CM. You're in time to catch the tail end of this thing. But, yeah, not a great showing on Pirates here. But, you know, now that this is on my EverDrive and I have a save battery that works again, I want to do a serious playthrough of this, which is a total time vampire, but totally great, too. And you can really, really put some time into this and see what you can get out of it. And I've never been able to play a campaign as long as I've wanted to, because you get impatient and you want to see the frickin' end. We're at the tail end of it, Jeff. This is, I just want to kind of close out. These are going to be hour-long streams just like our TNLs. Just want to take looks at these games and maybe wet your whistle a little bit, entice you as to maybe play some of these pirate games on your own if you haven't indeed ever done so before, whether by emulation or picking up your own copy if you're a collector. Fantastic stuff to do. I freaking love Sid Meier's Pirates. People are all into Sid Meier's Civilization, as they should be. But we can't forget about Pirates being the single best thing, in my opinion, that ever came out of that whole deal. This is good stuff. And I don't know... Yeah, it's like they left some vowels out of owner and merchant there to save space. This is just fantastic. And, you know, I've been holding on to my copy for years, even though the save battery was dead. And I don't want to get rid of it, because it's my copy. It's not going to do me any good, but it's my copy. But again, now we'll play on this. We got a save battery. We can make some things happen. And we're going to make some things happen all this week as we look at other versions of Sid Meier's Pirates as well as other pirate games. There's a stack. We have lots to do. Molly's even going to help me in certain places with her area of expertise. Just, we can't beat it. This is just fantastic. What a fantastic week. Emceemur. Going to sign out for now. There'll be more action tomorrow about the same time right here on this channel again. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Make sure that you subscribe to the Emceemur Show if you like pirate adventures, or even if you don't, because it's not like we're going to be doing this for longer than a week, or maybe we will, who knows. But just great stuff in the not-too-distant future. Double header tomorrow. Not only the launch of Sea of Thieves, but one other mystery game we may be taking a look at. It could be a diamond in the rough, could be a piece of crap. Either way, you know it's going to be entertaining when Emceemur brings the review right to your face here on the Emceemur Show. Again, thank you to everybody that donated. Thank you for continuing to be the best part of the Emceemur Show and supporting the efforts of what we're trying to do here, right here in Murray Sound Studios. All good things, all coming your way. Much love to each and every one of you, and I will see all of you again next time.